My Taropist is now in session. Hi, Sagittarius friends. I'm sorry. The astrological signs are weird. They're weird. I'm a Sagittarius moon, by the way, so I am your people. I'm Jessica. I'm the owner of My Taropist. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you again for joining me for another reading. If you're back again, if you're new, welcome. All right, what we're about to do, if you don't know, is what I like to call my Taropist session. It's my signature spread inspired by dialectical behavioral therapy, hence My Taropist. And we're going to take a look at your mental energy, your interpersonal relationships, what's bothering or distressing you, and then also your emotional energy. If we have time at the end, we'll get you some advice, friends, as well, or however spirit leads. We'll just find out, right? It's a journey we're on together. I don't know what the cards are going to say. You don't know. We're going to find out together. I have already shuffled your energy in the deck, so if you just do me this favor and take a look into my eyes on whatever device or screen you're watching on, friends, and take a deep breath with me. Okay, ready? And okay, thank you. That is the way I like to connect with my clients' energy. So if we ever do a personal reading, if we're doing it on Zoom, we do an energy connect. I'm actually looking in your eyes. If we're doing a virtual session, then I look at a photo of you. So just in case you're wondering, what the heck is that? What is that? No one's asked me yet, but I'm imagining some people might wonder. That's what that is, friend. It's not uncommon for people who work as healers, for example, to do an energy connect. Some people do it eyes closed. I do it eyes open. That's just what works for me. So I'm now going to split the deck toward you now that we have connected. And just so you know, you guys, I'm getting my readings out a little bit late this month, but if you're unfamiliar with how I do this, it's really not an overview of the month, okay? It's an energy check presently whenever you are finding this. These readings are timeless, so whenever you have found this, friend, is when I'm hoping anyway, that these messages are meant for you, right? So if you're finding this 10 months from now, maybe there's a message in here for you. There's going to be a lot of messages. It's a general reading. It won't resonate with everyone. So do take what resonates and leave what doesn't for whomever it is meant for. You know what I mean? If you want to book a personal reading, information on booking is in the description of this video. So feel free to reach out. I love to chat with you guys. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see what we got for you guys. All right, this is some fire energy for my fire folk. All right, Knight of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. Bear with me. I am testing out this new mic situation, and I thought having it on the arm would make it easier. It's been a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit cumbersome, but I'm getting used to it. So bear with me, you guys. Okay. Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles, underneath that, Three of Cups, and Judgment. Okay. I'm trying not to do really long pre-shuffle messages, but what I'm seeing, let's focus on the Knight of Wands. This is good energy though, you guys. Some of you might be reuniting with somebody in this season, particularly if that's an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a fire sign, the Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but I'm feeling more so if it is with an earth sign, or it could be with a boss or a father figure for others of you. Okay, sorry if there's a glare here. I felt really called to use this deck, even though it's a bit, it causes a glare. Anyway, but Knight of Wands, I feel like, there might be communication coming in from somebody that's coming back around from the past, because I've got two reunion cards, Judgment and Three of Cups, underneath that King of Pentacles, right? It looks good. It looks positive. It looks like, a celebratory sort of energy. You might be running into somebody as you're traveling, maybe having a reunion, or for others of you, it could be at a party or a gathering of sorts, whether that be like a birthday party, an engagement party, whatever it is. It's a wedding. Who knows, friend? But for some of you, it's that. And it also, what I'm seeing underneath that is some of you could be struggling financially in this season, or there might be a burden related to a financial loss, or just not feeling like you have enough right now. For some of you, this could be like a low sense of self-worth, but I'm not saying that so much. I do feel like, you know, some of you, it might be a little bit of like a financial struggle, and maybe with that maybe with that King of Pentacles, some of you might be waiting for some communication to come in that's going to put you in a place where you're more financially stable and secure. Again, this could be like a job offer or something like that for some of you. This is not for everybody. But either way, with this Knight of Wands energy, I feel like in general, I think you're kind of overcoming whatever it was that was burdening you in the past. For some of you, this again could have been financial. It could have been related to a loved one or someone that you cared about, particularly if they were an earth sign or are an earth sign. But then for others of you, I do also feel like there's this energy of travel, maybe to reunite with somebody, or communication that is coming in. But with this Knight of Wands energy, I feel like you guys are kind of, this is like very good for Sagittarius, right? You might be traveling right now, Sagittarius. You might be visiting relatives or loved ones with this energy, this Three of Cups, King of Pentacles energy. Maybe you're visiting a father figure and some friends in this season, you know? That's for some of you. In which case, I feel like, you know, you're in that really fun, exploratory Sagittarius energy where, you know, you're kind of out there having fun, being free, and, you know, maybe having some adventures for others of you, okay? So, yeah, I feel like you're having, I feel like this, if you are in that energy too, friend, of like traveling or going to see people or reuniting with folks and kind of communicating with people, I feel like there's a part of you in this Knight of Wands energy, as you're in this Knight of Wands energy, that it almost feels like an old part of yourself is emerging, you know, or like you're kind of like reuniting with an aspect of yourself that is very fun part of you, where you feel more free and more light in this season. And I think this is a nice refreshing change from this energy with the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. It's a nice refreshing change from this energy where maybe some things were kind of weighing you down or burdening you. It could have been due to like an illness or sickness of some kind or something like that. Again, for those of you, it could have been a financial struggle. Either way, like some of you might have not been feeling just quite yourselves or very good. Some of you, it could have been a health issue. But either way, I feel like, you know, you're free from that in this season, in this time. You're in this other energy where you're feeling a lot lighter and more free, okay? There's a lot of kings here. King of Swords, King of Cups, and then that King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Some of you might be deciding between different lovers or a new beginning with somebody in love. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If not that, I think you're just feeling a lot of love from a lot of different people in your life right now, particularly if they're have more masculine energy, okay? Maybe just feeling more cared for and loved on in this season. A lot of you definitely are traveling, I feel like, as well. Or you're beginning a new season that I feel like is going to provide you with a lot more sense of freedom and feeling more like yourselves, okay? That was your pre-shuffle message, you guys. If it didn't resonate, stick around. There's a lot more reading to come, okay? A lot more. Don't let the pre-shuffle message turn you all off, friends, okay? All right. And if it did resonate, hit that like button and subscribe. Why not? Do it. I dare you. Okay. All right. All right. What's going on in the mental energy of my Sagittarius friends? What is going on in the mental energy of my Sagittarius people? Okay. Oh, there you go. This showed up. Oh, this all showed up in your pre-shuffle message, you guys. So it must have resonated with somebody. So the card that actually flipped out for you, the 3 of Cups. Whoopie whoops. Awesome. Okay. Sorry, my phone battery is about to die. I might have to pause this to plug it in, but we'll hold on a second. Okay. And then Judgment card underneath that. So, again, some of you are having some reunions in this season. I feel like a lot of you might be reuniting with some friends or loved ones here, okay? In this really fun celebratory energy. I think for a lot of you, this is also a part of you. Like I said before, this is going to really kind of just basically, we'll skip through this real quickly because this is just reiterating, I feel like, your pre-shuffle message. But I feel like a lot of you are in this season where you're just kind of feeling lighter and more free right now. I think you're releasing some burdens that you've had in the past, or leaving some burdens behind. 10 of Wands, okay? At least in this mental energy, in your mental space, it's like you're done with that. You're shedding those old skins, Judgment card, letting those parts of you go that were feeling a bit heavier. And in this season, you're finding reasons to celebrate and just celebrate life. I feel like a lot of you are starting to spend some time with friends and loved ones, doing fun things, fun activities that just make your heart happy and put you in this, like, I'm feeling this sort of like childlike energy, where everything just feels brand new and you're seeing the world through fresh eyes and everything is just so much fun and exciting and adventurous. And I think you guys are just in this really great energy of reuniting with loved ones for a lot of you, enjoying fun and happy times with people that you love and care about, particularly with your friends, reuniting with friends maybe that you haven't seen for a while. Maybe distance has kept you apart for some, this 10 of Wands. It's also like 10 of Wands also to me sometimes, especially with this deck, it kind of feels like, because that wand energy, it's fire energy, it's your energy. It's like so fast moving and like boom, boom, boom. I'm fiery and passionate. I imagine like arrows on fire just like flying and shooting through the air, right? It's movement, it's energy. And then when you see this, it's like someone's been, it's almost like that energy of like getting things going and moving and having adventures and and all these things and communicating and seeing people, talking to people, It's like you feel like, it's like this energy of feeling like you've been handcuffed or something, like you've been prevented from being yourselves, of being that Sagittarius, like on the move, on the go, and like following and pursuing one's passions and one's desires and drive and like creativity and like, kind of feeling that's like stifled for some reason, right? Like you haven't been able to really fully be your full self. And I feel like in this season you are. In this season, mentally, you're enjoying yourselves, you're having fun, you're being free, and you are like that movement, that energy went from like a stagnant place to a place of like fluidity and movement and expression and love and fun and and it's so good. And so it's a really delicious, good mental energy I feel like you guys are in right now. Okay, now what is going on in the interpersonal relationships of my Sagittarius people? Woo, okay. Aww. Oh, wow. Okay. So some of you might have had to leave behind a loved one or something from your past. Some of you might have like actually left your childhood home or had to leave your childhood home, because I got the 8 of Cups to come out for you, and I feel very strongly that I want to pull a clarifier rather than just read bottom of the deck. But what I am seeing on the bottom of the deck is the 6 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So, and then we've got Temperance underneath that, which is your energy, Sagittarius. So I feel like for some of you, what I'm feeling a little bit of an energy of is like some of you might be leaving home for the first time, or like adventuring out. If it's not home, you might have had to leave a place where you felt very loved and nurtured and supported and cared for, to go and pursue some kind of a passion, like to pursue your passion, Temperance. This is you guys with this Ace of Wands. This is your energy. So I feel like some of you might have been feeling a bit restless, and you've kind of gone on, 3 of Wands underneath that. Like some of you are definitely traveling in the season, or if not that, it's like moving ahead and thinking toward your future and taking action toward that. Again, I feel like a lot of you might be visiting friends. And so maybe it's like you've had to leave a place where you felt very nurtured, cared for, protected in the 6 of Cups energy in order to go on this adventure and kind of do something that it's like, even though your heart was telling you like, it's time to do this, it's time to move on, or it's time to go. It's like, and you're being true to a certain part of yourself, that call to adventure resonated within you, friend. It's also like there's a part of you that's missing, home in this season. I feel like some of you are missing this place where you felt like very loved and nurtured and cared for, sort of like a catch-22 sort of an energy. For some of you, this is having to leave behind a relationship that was something that was very, it might have been something that you were in for a long time with the Six of Cups. But let's clarify, or somebody from your past that you're finally officially having to release and let go of. Eight of Cups, because the love wasn't there. It's time for you to go where the love is. That's for some, not for everyone. But I feel like that first message just like resonated with me more. Let's see. Eight of Cups. Please clarify this Eight of Cups as the interpersonal relationships of my Sagittarius people. Please clarify this Eight of Cups as the interpersonal relationships of my Saggies. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Wands. Interesting. Underneath that. And then there's the Six of Cups. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So with the Eight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, some of you could be grieving or mourning or missing the loss of a loved one, particularly if this was like a mother or a wife. For some of you, okay? But also what I'm seeing, again, for me, this is kind of reiterating that energy, because then here's the Queen of Wands underneath that Queen of Pentacles, and there's the Six of Cups. So there's a couple different messages. One, to continue on with that initial message, I feel like some of you have had to leave behind that stability, that sense of stability, that thing, or a nurturing place or energy. For some of you, it is leaving home. It is leaving your parents' home, say, for example, for the first time. Maybe some of you have just gone off to college, for example, started school somewhere, or, gone off to study something, or moved away from a place that was home to you. For those of you who are beyond that place in your life, but left a home, okay, to go somewhere else. Maybe you're pursuing something where you would have more financial stability for some of you, okay? But for others of you, it's like you left a place of stability to go and pursue your passions. Queen of Wands, this is your energy, Sagittarius, okay? Fire energy. And it's like for some of you, I feel like you had to leave a place where there was some sort of comfort and stability that was like home to you, felt like home to you, okay? In order to go and pursue a passion of yours, or to just be honoring your own energy, your own wanderlust, right? Your own heart's desire. Like you needed to go kick it with these friends up here in this Three of Cups energy or whatever it was, go and have have some adventures, For some of you, it is a new beginning that you're starting. You had to release a situation that was burdensome. For some of you, it was like, okay, for some of you, it could be this kind of a situation where it's like you were someplace, you had established roots somewhere, but maybe the job you were at or the situation you were at was like financially draining, like you could no longer afford to be there, or just wasn't enough. Like you were kind of like, it was time to spread your wings and grow. And so you had to leave something behind, that maybe there was, it was great in the past. It was wonderful in the past, but then the love had kind of run out, or the time, that season had ended. It was time to move on. And now you're pursuing your passions elsewhere. And it's like right now, it might be a little bit sad for you because you are missing something. But then there's a part of you that knows that, like, and you guys are pretty optimistic, Sagittarius, right? It's like, that in time, this new beginning is going to come, okay? And you're going to be just as passionate about that. I think that it just might have been, you wrestling a little bit with like, should I go? Should I make this move? Should I go travel? Should I do this thing? And, maybe there was a little bit of resistance to it, especially for those of you who maybe had children and were leaving, or you were leaving behind a childhood home, right? For some of you, Empress, like some of you might have children or had to leave behind a mother. For some of you, you might be literally grieving the loss of a mother or a mother figure in this season. You may have lost a loved one, in which case I'm very sorry, friend. That came up, I think, for Leo too, a little bit, that energy, and I used a completely different deck for them. So take it as it resonates for you, friend. But I do feel like you're having to leave behind one thing to move toward something else in order to pursue your passions, okay? So that maybe leaving behind a person, and this is your interpersonal energy after all, right? In order to go somewhere else where you're feeling more called, where they're, leaving something that wasn't fulfilling you in an emotional sense to go pursue something that you're more passionate about, or a person that you're more passionate about, okay? So again, take that as it resonates, friend. Okay, what is bothering or distressing my Sagittarius people in this season? Thank you, Spirit. What is bothering or distressing my Sagittarius people? Okay. So, interesting. Wow, 6 of Cups, Queen of Wands, bottom of the deck again. For some of you, you were cheated on. For some of you, I feel like you were in a higher level of commitment with somebody. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I didn't say this before because the other cards weren't supporting it, but now they are. Because the card that came out for you is the 7 of Swords, you guys. Okay. So there's something that I feel like there's a sense of dishonesty. Now, for some of you interpersonally, someone might have left you. Okay. So again, always remember that you can flip the energies if it's, your situation and it's the story, but it's the other way around where it's like you weren't the one that left, someone else left, maybe to pursue another person, a third party. And maybe there was a situation, because oftentimes for me as a reader, the only thing I'm not seeing is like the 3 of Swords, but oftentimes when I see a Queen of Wands and a Queen of Pentacles pop out, one is the committed person and one's the other woman, and a lot of times this speaks to that sort of deception where somebody has cheated on the other person, has gone and followed their passion, pursued their passions to go after someone else, and then it's like you had to leave that situation, or they left you because there was a third party in the mix, right? And so with this 7 of Swords coming out for you, I feel like there was sort of some dishonesty or deception going on here, related perhaps to a Queen of Wands. Now, this is, again, your energy, but the way I'm seeing it now, friend, is it looks like someone might have not been honest with you about someone else that they might have been involved with. That's for some of you, okay? For others of you, I feel like, again, this is you. Maybe you feel like you let somebody down as you went to pursue this passion and left behind this old situation. Maybe you feel like you hurt somebody or let them down, or, especially if it's like for those of you who like maybe had to leave a parent or leave loved ones in order to go to this next adventure in your life or whatever. And maybe you feel like there were some loose ends that you didn't tie up with these 2 swords that you kind of have sticking in the ground as you're carrying this one away. Like maybe you might feel like, you left some balls in the air when you left, or you left some people hurt or wounded. But this feels a little bit interesting, like maybe there's some dishonesty or deception going on. So let's clarify the 7 of Swords for what's bothering or distressing my Sagittarius people. Thank you, Spirit. Well, that one came out weird. Judgment. Judgment. 10 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like you or someone made a judgment call, made a decision to leave something behind in the past. And there's just this weird energy of it's still like it burdens you to leave somebody out in the cold. So I do feel like this is you guys, but again, flip it if it resonates the other way. I feel like you might feel a bit burdened in this by this responsibility, or the sense of like you left someone behind or you left something behind, and in order to pursue this passion, because mentally you guys are in an awesome place. So I just feel like you might be feeling a bit of guilt, or yeah, like it feels like that, like you might be feeling a little bit of guilt, like you let somebody down, or you weren't really honest You didn't really tell them the whole truth as to why you were leaving or what you were doing, okay? For some of you, okay? And I feel like it's to, again, pursue this new beginning. It's like, you know that your love lies elsewhere. You know that there's a new beginning for you. For some of you, this is in a love situation. You know that there was a new beginning in love for you elsewhere, and you had to leave behind something that maybe was a commitment, or someone left you, whatever. Take it as it resonates, friend. But it's like the love wasn't there anymore for you. You knew it was time, and you had to do what you had to do. But did it feel good doing it? No, apparently it didn't. It didn't, friend. But you had to make the call that you felt like was best for you. What is going on in the emotional energy of my Sagittarius people? What is going on in the emotional energy of my Sagittarius people? Actually, before I get into that, let me just stop this because we're about to run out of time on your recording. Be right back. Okay, there we go, friends. All right, so let's get into your emotional energy, and then let's get some advice for you guys. Because it is kind of an interesting thing where I feel like, on the one hand, you guys are moving forward and doing what you feel like is best for you in this season. And I feel like you're feeling good mentally with all of that. But then there's a part of you that I feel like, it just feels like guilt to me for some reason. It feels a bit like guilt. Let's see. What is going on in the emotional energy? Maybe this will shed some light. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. That came out as the overall energy. Completely different deck, though, for my Leo friends. So watch the Leo reading, you guys, if you feel... if you have Leo and especially strongly placed in your chart somewhere, perhaps, or you're dealing with a Leo. So Wheel of Fortune, major arcana. So there is some major stuff going on here with you guys emotionally for sure. And then Justice, more major arcana. This is major arcana for Libra. Some of you might be dealing with a Libra, especially I'm seeing, have seen some air energy here. The Moon card, Nine of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely some secrets or something being hidden, okay? Is what I feel like, and changes that are occurring with this Wheel of Fortune. But changes, I feel like, to bring justice to a situation. So, okay, Wheel of Fortune. So you could be also dealing with Leo again, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, okay, in this Wheel of Fortune card. But again, I'm feeling like you guys have had to make a decision in this season to change something in your life. Like there's a change that's occurring, especially I feel like inside of you guys, where you're trying to do what's fair and what's right for you. And in this season, I think it might be making you feel a little bit selfish, because I don't think that you're telling everyone all your business and like what it is exactly, like the reasons why. I feel like you guys are making some moves in your life and some changes are occurring, but you might not be telling everyone the full story as to why or what exactly is going on. And maybe part of you, maybe you haven't actually taken the action on it yet. Maybe you're just kind of mulling it over, making plans, but you know that the decision that you make is one that could potentially hurt certain people in your life and or just be a major life change for you, okay? Again, like the kind of life change that is the sort that you go through when you like leave home for the first time, or you know what I mean? That kind of a thing. So it's sort of like, or you might have gotten a job somewhere else and that means like leaving behind all your friends and loved ones, or the place that you grew up in for some, or where you've been calling home and what's been home for you in order to pursue this other new adventure, go and follow your hearts here in this season. I feel like you are doing what is best for you. Like inside, it's like, this is what's going to bring me the most justice. This is what's going to be the most fair and balanced for me, this change occurring, right? But at the same time, it feels with this Emperor, Nine of Cups energy, it feels a little bit selfish, but it's like, you got to do what you got to do for you, what's best for you. And I feel like, you've gone within and your intuition is telling you, it's time, Sagittarius to take action on this King of Wands and to like be decisive and clear focus and like go and pursue what is that is resonating within our hearts, right? Within our core being. And it's like, yeah, for some of you, this could be work, like again, moving for a job or something like that. But either way, I feel like it's not for everybody, but I feel like that you are definitely trying to, some changes are occurring in your life and it's causing a little bit of an internal struggle, I feel like, for some of you. Okay, because with this Wheel of Fortune energy also, it's like what is up must come down, what is down must come up, right? It's the wheel keeps spinning, right? And so I feel like it's sort of this energy of like there's good things coming, good up here, but that there's got to be that balance. So that when you make this decision or when you do this thing, you make this move, and it's like, and it doesn't have to be a physical move, you know what I'm saying? But it's like when you do this thing, you take this action, it might be good for you, but it's going to be hurtful for some people, or vice versa. You know what I mean? And so it's like, that there's always going to be both sides to the coin. So it's like learning to embrace that change and go with flow is what we have to do as human beings, right? Please clarify. Oops. Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, please clarify the Wheel of Fortune. What came out for you? This little card that keeps wanting to come out for you, friends. The Six of Cups. So, yeah, for a lot of you, this is a major growth spurt. For a lot of you, this major change that's occurring in your life, where Spirit's guiding in this divine timing, Ace of Wands, and then there's that Temperance, your card once again, friends. Yeah, there's some growing pains that are occurring here, Five of Wands. You guys are having a little bit of internal struggle about your future, where you're going, where you're headed, Three of Wands, okay? And where you're going to put down roots, Page of Pentacles, Four of Wands, okay? Yeah, for a lot of you, I feel like this is a move, or it is related to family, maybe your family. Well, obviously your family, whether it's like the family that you've created, you and your spouse and children, or partner and children, or whatever it is that you've created for yourself, or your childhood family. Okay. So a lot of you, this is energy, or your chosen family for some of you, you know what I mean? So a lot of this is related to that. And it may be an uprooting of the place that you have been and you've been calling home, your chosen family, your family home, where you and your family have put down roots, and it's a matter of like you're kind of realizing it's time for me to move on. It's time to like shake up that energy, not allow my life to become stagnant, Ace of Wands, Temperance here, and to move and look toward the new. Okay, some of you do need a new beginning. I feel like you have kind of gotten to a place of stagnation where you're at, and you just know that in order to grow, it's time to keep that water moving, right? And so for a lot of you, this Wheel of Fortune, Six of Cups, I feel like, it's letting go of that past. Like, it's been a lovely time, it's been a beautiful experience, and I've gained so much from it, but my heart knows that in order for me to not become stagnant, I have to honor and be true to myself, and it's time for me to move forward and move ahead, and to know that, yes, it's going to hurt some, may even hurt myself, but it's better than me staying where I know, when I know that my heart is calling me elsewhere, So what advice do we have for my Sagittarius people in this season? What advice do we have for my Sagittarius people in this season? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles. For a lot of you friends, I do feel like it is time for you to move forward to this new beginning. You're leaving behind, for some of you, a situation where it's just like you're depleted energetically. You just don't, maybe for you, there's not enough abundance there. Maybe for some of you, like you might have been struggling with some illness, or you might be in a place where, I don't want to dwell on that too much. Maybe even mentally, because I'm seeing King of Swords, where it's just like energetically, mentally, maybe you're feeling depleted. And maybe for those of you who are on an adventure right now, like taking some time to visit friends or whatever, or what have you, like we were getting earlier in this reading, you know, you might be realizing as you're out and about, like, oh, I miss this. I miss these things. I feel like where I'm at, I'm not kind of getting, I'm missing that part. So it's like, yes, I'm getting nurtured, I'm getting loved on, I'm getting all these things. These are beautiful things that I'm receiving, and I'm so grateful for them. But then at the same time, there's a piece that I'm missing, like emotionally, you know, that I'm missing here. And I know, and for some of you it's financial, okay? For some of you it is about that with this Five of Pentacles energy. But either way, it's like, you know that your heart is leading you elsewhere, okay? So I say follow your heart with this Ace of Cups energy here. I say follow your heart in this season. You know, like mentally here, right? Make it sound illogical. Like, honestly, make a decision that is going to be certain, like, it doesn't have to be a head over heart decision. Why does it have to be that? Why can't it be both? Why can't it be something that serves you emotionally? King of Cups, you know, make a decision that is out of a place of emotional intelligence as well as logic and reason with this King of Swords, right? It can be both, friends. You can have both, you know, and I think that's what you need to do. Follow your heart toward this new beginning, yes, but also make sure that head and heart are balanced, and that's that Temperance energy as well, right? As you're making that decision, okay? And I do feel like if you are feeling drained, take care of yourselves, give some love to yourselves. If you're not feeling well, you know, physically, if that is happening for you guys, then do take good care, okay? Really nurture and love on yourselves. Hydrate. I'm feeling, okay? And be well, friends. I think that it's, you know, this is, you know, there's some changes happening in your lives, and I think you know where your heart is leading and guiding you, and so just listen to it, and you know, it's all in divine timing, and just trust spirit. It's gonna be okay. So I'm sending you guys so much love. Enjoy yourselves, because it does look like there's some really fun and happy things happening in your lives right now. There's some good mental energy happening. So be in that space. Always be true to yourselves. All right. Sending you so much love. All right. Cheers, you guys. Bye-bye.